back into it. You get some equipment. You start building your equipment up. Um, so you start off where I imagine you start off where you left off and just started dabbling and messing around and shit.
Yeah.
Um, did there come a time where you started making your own mixes and stuff like that, or?
Eventually, back then I was still, just buying vinyl. So, we had freaking
Hell yeah.
crates and crates of vinyl.
Fuck yeah.
And then eventually, Rain came out with a product called Serato.
Yeah.
So then eventually, made my way towards that.
Okay.
Which then became a little bit easier because you don't have to haul all the freaking crates of vinyl.
Right.
Everything was on your laptop.
Right.
And then it was a lot easier to actually
Yeah.
be able to mix your songs, because not only do you have a visual of all your beats and all that on your screen, but,
all right,
it makes it a little bit easier, but you can't never just trust the beat grid. The best tool you have is your ears when you're mixing, because sometimes your beat grid isn't going to be what it actually sounds like sometimes.
Yeah, right.
So,
like the BPMs and shit like that. Like you can see where.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can see where your hi hats come in. You can see where the bass comes in.
Yeah, right,
and all
right.
the vocals.
Right.
So, I mean, it's still a learning process, but with the laptop, you're able to load your song so much faster instead of having to dig through all your vinyl.
Right.
Because you just
get
a song.
Yeah, no doubt.
Type it in. Boom.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
But, yeah. Eventually started doing that, and then slowly started building, not building, but getting more equipment, and then it got to a point where I just have way too much equipment, like for the bars that I was DJing at.
Right. So explain that. So explain how you just got back into it. You're getting all your you start dabbling back into it and get honing your skills, I would say, or something, and then how you get your first gig and shit. You just like how'd that happen?
My first gig was actually because of my kid's mom. She was bartending at this little hole in the wall bar down in Carson.
All right.
And she's like, "Hey, they're looking for a DJ." I'm like, "Sure."
All right.
Freaking rolled down there, freaking set up my equipment, and still learning back then, but they liked it. So
you just so are you just playing everybody's favorite hits and shit? But are you scratching over it and shit, or doing any of that stuff, or
back then
you're just like playing what everybody wants to hear? Oh, blending. Yeah, absolutely. That's really fucking important and shit, man. Sometimes if you don't blend it right, like that shit sounds fucking weird as fuck.
Yeah, it's just a fucking train wreck.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking like, what the fuck just happened and shit. Like all of a sudden it just stops and there's like fucking gaps and fucking, or it just abruptly stops and goes into the the blending is very major importantly.
Yeah, I gotta keep that tempo flowing.
No doubt. So you got a vibe for that. Have you ever done like the scratch?
Oh yeah, I do all that stuff too. But
all right,
most of the time, a lot of people just don't really want to hear you scratch. They more want to hear the music.
Yeah, fuck those people, man.
I just don't try to. I mean, once in a while.
Go go in your car and fucking Google that or YouTube that shit and fucking play it on your fucking Spotify or whatever. Fucking go in your car and fucking bump that shit if you don't want to hear some extra shit on top of your fucking shit. If you're in a fucking, I don't know, man. If you're in a club and shit, I want to hear like a little bit of change. Like I don't want to hear the same song I could listen to on the fucking radio or some shit, man.
I mean, there's times where instead of just blending the song in, I'll scratch it in.
Yeah,
just to make it different.
Yeah, right, man.
And then of course I do a lot of like mashups.
Okay, yeah, hell yeah, that's dope.
So I try to keep it different.
So you get this first club gig.
It wasn't even a club. It was like a little bar.
Oh yeah.
Man.
So you get your first bar fucking thing, and so that you must have learned a lot from that. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just like how like crowd reaction and like like you could really fuck somebody up if you
Oh, yeah.
play some shit. There, everybody's like, "Yo, what the?"
Yeah, back then I think I was playing a lot of like freestyle music,
All
so it was
right,
like a lot of '80s,
all right.
and then of course newer like shit. Back then it would have been probably late '90s,
All right.
early 2000 music. So like fucking Ja Rule,
Hell
fucking
yeah.
PD Pablo,
Always on time. um.
the '90 hits.
All right, man. So what ended up happening with that? How did the evolution come from that first hole in the wall?
From there on, the owner of the bar ended up buying. I don't know if you're familiar with the old K bar that used to be in Carson,
Uh,
on Highway 50.
I want to think yes, but I'm not
It's,
sure.
it's been a numerous bars.
Was that the one by the uh? Oh yeah, by Deer Road.
No, that's the Spoke.
Oh, okay.
No, this one's next to the that little gas station, right behind like Food Max,
Man,
across from like the Goodwill.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I think that
so
place.
did they steal you from that? Oh no, you
No,
said
they,
the owner got a different place.
yeah,
So you
she
just
bought a bigger place.
so you just moved with them.
Yeah, so then I ended up moving back then, and then they had me and another DJ, and we were there like almost every freaking Friday and Saturday DJing.
All right.
I mean, at one point, I think even Kid Ice from Two Life Crew came down there and
Hell yeah,
performed.
that's dope.
Yeah,
Like, what year was that?
fuck.
I mean, like not exact year, but like what are we talking about? Early 2000s or some shit, or
Yeah, I had to been early 2000s.
like that's fucking dope. Um. All right, yeah, let's keep it moving with that. Like, so you're working for this place. So I imagine. So we're talking probably a couple of years at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like, so you're just getting better and better at what people are fucking vibing to and shit like that, right? I guess. Are you looking up shit like how to do certain mix or anything, or you just like self-taught shit,
Just
right?
self-taught.
Right. Okay, and then talk about the evolution from that point.
From there on, eventually, after a couple years, then I went over to Toads. Was there for like
All
two
right.
years,
For
and
how long?
for about 2 years,
Oh, I
I
thought
was
you
at
said
Toads.
10. I was like, God damn, bro.
No, I was at Toads for about 2 years.
Damn.
And then after that, I went to Jimmy G's, and I was at Jimmy
I think
G's.
I know you from there too, actually, man.
I was actually there for like 13 years at Jimmy
Yeah,
G's.
yeah, bro. I definitely know you from there for sure. I know, and I think it was probably the same shit. Like, you're like, oh, that's Ozzy, and I'm like, what? I'm like, no. Yeah, I definitely remember you from those days. Damn, fuck, man, I forgot all about that shit. Hell yeah.
And then occasionally we're doing stuff.
Actually, I was looking for a DJ, and I ended up hitting you up, and you told me to meet you down there one time and shit, man. Actually, I remember that. Crazy, man, right? What the fuck? I'm remembering all this shit.
Yeah, I bounced around from Jimmy G's and then down in Garnerville to Coyotes, is
Oh
what it's
yeah,
called.
I mean, I think that's probably the biggest one
And
that they have down
yeah,
there. I might have,
and then
I probably, well, Slap Shop again. We did an event down there too for like a Halloween party or some shit. So
yeah, I did a few events down
yeah,
there.
that's what I'm saying. So we might have been in the same function and didn't even know each other like that and shit.
And then see, occasionally I was at Doppelgangers.
All right, probably fucking we did shows there too, man.
And
Fucking,
then
I gotta fucking just shout out one more time. Fucking, this is Slap Shop days, man. Shout out Ace High. Shout out fucking NUTZO. Rest in peace. fucking we was out there fucking moving. We were hitting all these fucking weird places and shit, man. Like yeah, we was active, man. So shit, you might have DJed for us multiple times and you don't even know about it. We neither one
Possibly.
of us know.
And then for a while, I was across the street over at Plan B.
All right.
I don't know if you remember that little nightclub bar that they had there.
Where's that?
Plan B.
For
It was in Carson.
Oh, in Carson.
You know where Juan's Mexican Restaurant's at? Used to be back then. Used to call there was a restaurant called Spaghetti's.
All right.
And at nighttime they would shut it down on Fridays and Saturdays, and they had this whole little area that was kind of like it was kind of like a pit looking thing.
All right.
But the DJ had a DJ booth on top, so everyone was like dancing in the middle of that pit.
All right.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was there for probably another 2 years.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, if I seen the place, I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, I remember. The name don't ring a bell and shit, but hey, man, we're going to take a little break. We're going to be right back with Ozzy and Double Z, Ozzy and Oz. Ozzy, Oz, Ozzy. It's confusing as fuck, I get it, but we'll be right back. Yeah, the fucking Z's, man. It's all about the motherfucking Z's and shit, man. Fucking subscribe to our motherfucking channel, man. We got hot ass content. This is part 1. We'll be back with part 2 next week. Intoxicated Television. Tell your grandma to subscribe. Gang. Cheers. 1, 1, 1, 1,